Hey everybody, and welcome back. In today's video, what we're going to talk about is how to get better rotation. Right now, it's just nobody really understands what Hogan was doing. Nobody. And everybody now, they teach this, let's move into the right and then rotate. And I'm going to show you how this right hip is absolutely destroying the idea of what you should be doing in the golf swing. Okay, so let's get into it. First of all, most people that are going to set up, and even if you try to, get set up like Hogan, you're going to be set up like this, and then you're going to trigger, and then everybody sees this trigger and this motion that Hogan does, like goes from here, the right knee kicks in, and then it comes back and gets over here. But once that happens, that is the end, the absolute end of the right side of the lower body. Now, you might be saying, wait a minute, Chris. Everybody online right now, and they are, everybody and every instructor that you watch, they're going to go right side and then come over here like this, and they're going to be here, and then they're going to say, make this lateral 4-inch move, 6-inch move, whatever it's going to be, and then come through. Now, what happens for a lot of people when they do this move and they get here and then they make this 4-inch move and then they come out? Look at how my spine is kind of standing up right now, and most people are going to hit that slice to the right. And let me show you why, okay? Most people, golfers, when they get here, they're like this, and then they try to get over on this right leg, and then they this way, and then try to move it. Now, I'm going to do something here, and you tell me what you see, okay? So I'm set up. There it is. There's my trigger. Now look at me. You guys are going to say, my God, Chris, you are on your right side like there is no tomorrow. Okay, let's look at this again. Watch what I'm doing and see if you can see the difference. I'm here. Trigger, there. Look what I just did. And then the reaction of this is going to be, whoop, see how my buttocks is leading the way. Now I've got all this here. Now I can just rotate through this freely. So what is the secret, guys? Remember, Mr. Hogan said, if you can do everything the opposite of what you are thinking, you are going to have an incredible golf swing. So what is the opposite of what everybody's telling us right now? You go look at Bryson DeChambeau. You look at Ben Hogan from behind or from a different angle. Like if you could see Bryson at this angle here and then coming down, you're going to see it. Or if you see Bryson from this angle, you're going to see it. Pretty simple. But guys, the truth is, we are not using this trail hip. We're just not. As funny as that may sound, we're not. So what I'm doing here is I'm triggering back to the right. There it is. So it goes trigger, boom. And then from right here, I feel like if I put a spot right here next to, my femur bone where the pelvis connect, right on the left ball joint, all I feel like I'm doing is rotating around that left ball joint. And then from right there, it's real. Now, you put this dynamically with the club in my hand and all this stuff. What'll really happen is trigger, boom, that's it for the right side. Come around, and when I get to the top, your body will recenter, okay? And that recentering move is not from you physically trying to recenter. It's something that is automatically going to happen if you start using the correct side of your body. Okay, so let's back up a little bit. Everybody thinks the stack and tilt guys, if you will. They get here, they're stacked, and they're like this, and then they tilt and come back through. Okay? That premise, if you will, is kind of what got everybody away from Hogan, Mac. Look at Bryson. Look at John Daly. They are all doing this. They are not turning into that right side. Because look at this. I'm going to turn into my right side. Guys, that's as far as I can go. And for most of you, you'll be like, damn, that's not bad at all. But watch this. I'm going to use my lead side. Here, rotate. Look where I'm at, guys. I am there. So all of a sudden, I'm here again, lead side. Boom. And look at how my knee responds here. Look at how I'm on the ball joint of the lead foot. And then now, there's my pressure, because this is a reaction now. But look how the buttocks stays there. And then all of a sudden, now I can just rotate like a bat out of you-know-what, because this is all working. Now, there's a couple more things that we're going to cover as we go further into this exploration of why the lead side is the most important. And we'll get that in the next video, so make sure you watch that too, okay? But right now, the most critical thing that you've got to understand, if you want to improve your rotation, you've got to say, whether you do the trigger or not, it doesn't matter. But Hogan, trigger, which is really this hip going there, then it rebounds to right there. Then once it is right here, all the rotation is happening around. If I had a pole or a line or anything you could see, all I'm doing is just rotating around that. And then when I'd have a club in my hand, look at my lats, look at everything, look at the angle in my back. So now I can maintain that angle as I'm coming down. But it's just right there. Now I'm in this position to unload. Okay? So once we get it, again, I'm going to turn into my right. Okay, I'm right there. Now I'm going to use my lead side to get moving. Now look at how much more I've got. And this is the key, guys. So when we can understand this, if you want to change your game and you want to have the best rotation you've ever had in your life, stop trying to move to your trail side. Do not turn into the trail side. No good. It is right there, trigger, up, there it is, I'm balanced. Now from here, it is just pure rotation around that lead side. And then look at me, guys. I am 53 years old, and I am turned like a banshee, or at least it looks that way. But if I stand up and come back to you, look at that. There is no pressure on me, because trying to go to the right and then try to move around the right, it's not going to work out. I mean, it is. Look how it's working out for you now. Okay? Majority of golfers are not shooting the scores that they're capable of because they are moving things so astronomically wrong that they don't even have a chance to try to shoot good scores. But if I can understand my arms are independent of this, and I'm just saying my body right now, trigger, bump, that is a rebound from the trigger. Now from there, I am not doing anything except for going around this, imaginary pole right here on the lead side. Then I'm just going around it. Now I'm there. And then all of a sudden, now, of course, I'd have my in motion. I'd get there. Now I've got this ball joint that I can just slam to the ground. Now I'm going to use ground force stuff and come through. But I'm telling you right now, if you want to improve your rotation, it's not everybody's like, oh, do this and turn your body here. See how this is turning me to my right side. This, even if I stay centered, is turning me to my right side. But now I'm going to do it from my left. God, look at how much better that is, guys. I'm not going to do it from my trail side. No good. Now I'm just going to do it from my lead side. Guys, I'm 53 years old. 53 years old, and I've got 120-degree shoulder rotation. And to you, it looks like I'm on my right side. But I'm not. I'm absolutely not. Okay? The right side is bracing. Remember that angle Hogan talked about right here? Well, if I turn into my right side, look at how that angle is not here anymore. It's turn into your right side. Look at my angle. No good. Now I'm going to do it with the lead side. whoop, look at that angle. It's as plain as day, guys. And then you could see shots of like Mac where he'd get here and then he comes there, and see how that arm is right there, and then Mac would just drop it down. But again, Mac said Hogan had the best fundamentals. Why? Because he's right. Hogan did have the best fundamentals. I have no earthly idea. Maybe they couldn't figure it out. Maybe they had no idea. I don't know. But look at Bryson's swing. Look at John Daly's swing. Look at any good, real ball striker that just hits the ball a long way, and they're all going to whoop. It's like this there. It's all on this lead side. And then when you get to a certain point, there goes the knee. Now you're balanced to where you can just like a cat and just explode coming through here. Now, like I said, there's a couple more things that we've got to understand, because the next video is going to be about bending, okay? And most people think bending is side bend and side bend. And I'm going to show you in the next video where that idea is about the most asinine thing you could ever think for your golf swing, okay? And we're going to cover that, I promise. So make sure you look for the next video. We'll see you then.